Greetings, YouTube. This is Self Mastery 101, and today I am giving you updates on my journey. So, you know, I've been gang stalked and harassed, and I was robbed. Robbed my life, robbed my childhood, robbed my identity, robbed of everything. And I am getting almost to the finish line. And so I'm having all these detractors trying to stop me, and it will not work. It's not working. I may slow down, but I'd never stop. I'm that train, and people will get ran over getting in front of me because I am an unstoppable train. I have no brakes. There is no stop. So, with that being said, I was, on the last video, I was in the hospital. I had an allergic reaction, and these doctors tried to play me, and I didn't allow it. So I did file a complaint, and I also filed a move to strike all of those records that were placed in my file because they were inept, inaccurate, incomplete. And I was not able to get proper treatment from a different facility based off of the notes from the original facility. I know how people are, and I know people's motives. So there is no tricking me, gaslighting me. It's not going to work. So when I did talk to the Department for Records, it was just interesting how it was crickets every time I said I have pictures of what happened to me with this allergic reaction, and how these doctors played their little games, and based off of their verbiage, I call it microaggressive verbiage that they use. This verbiage is used where it's just enough to alert all medical professionals to not help this particular patient. So, for example, in my records, when they use the microaggressive or passive aggressive verbiage, they used the word denies throughout my whole records. So I never denied any kind of treatment, but they use a word where it's negative and it over exaggerates so that every doctor can blow you off. So, like, for example, if a doctor asked me, does my family have any history of this? And I said, no, I never even heard of a thyroid, really, like, in detail. I heard of a thyroid, but not that detailed. They put, patient denies having family history of thyroid. That's just an example right there. The other thing, when I had my allergic reaction, the allergic reaction came from a different medication that was not given to me when I was in the hospital. So what they did was, they gave me a totally different prescription, and I had the allergic reaction. And they called themselves playing games. But what I do is I don't reveal everything that I know right away. And sometimes I don't reveal everything at all because it's just enough to scare them straight. So I let them know that they gave me a totally different medication, and my body resisted it. My body said, what the heck did you just give me? So that's why, before I even really look at documentation, I just go off of feeling, the physical. And then I come up with my conclusion, and then I look at documentation. And I'm always right when it comes to that. This country really needs to change with their gaslighting and their lies. It doesn't solve anything, and it doesn't even work for them. It's like these medical professionals are so into covering up that they didn't realize there was nothing to cover up. Just fix it. So they gave me that. Then one medical professional contradicted a different medical professional, and those notes negated the very first medical professional's notes. Oh no. What I did with that, because I moved to strike some of those notes anyways, and I also put in a request for my insurance company to be credited for some of the tests that were unnecessary. It doesn't matter if what kind of insurance you have. You have to take control of yourself. Control your body. Be your boss. If you are your own boss, then you have to act as if you're your own boss. You do not let anybody jerk you around. It's completely unacceptable. They'll jerk you around and you could possibly die from being jerked around, bullied, and gaslit. If I didn't stop taking the medication myself, where would I be today? And would I have my face back? Is the question, because my body, it looked like I was mutating into some other kind of creature with this medication. And these idiots thought that I was that stupid to continue taking something that's doing this kind of action to my body. No way. So I called everybody out on the carpet yesterday. And I did send pictures to one of the medical professionals and said, attached is a copy of my pictures of what this medication did to me. And then I contacted the patient advocate and let them know that the tests that were given to me on the second visit was unwarranted, and my insurance company needs to be credited, and those records need to just be deleted because it's fraudulent. Doctors make money all day, every day. They do not have to commit fraud to open their pockets. It's just, sometimes though, there's people who just get a rise of not doing the right thing. I don't want those kind of people in my file and working on me. The ones who get a rise out of doing nothing and covering up lies. It's unacceptable. And they know that I know what they're doing. So now it's crickets. That normally happens as soon as I strike back. It always does, because mine are facts. I strike back with facts. There is no, ooh, let me make this comeback and insult this person. No, I only speak facts. I only speak the truth. That's it. I don't have time to play with these people when my body is going through something. I do not want any egotistical medical professionals who call themselves, oh, I'm being different, and wants to negate what was already discovered. That's not happening. So absolutely, I wrote in there, do not contradict this one doctor. follow the plan, follow the program. Don't ever have any of my files looking like this ever again. There is no copying and pasting. This doctor had the same notes every day that I was in the hospital. So it doesn't tell anything. It doesn't give me conclusion as to why this doctor released me from the hospital. I need where it is detailed information, and when another doctor opens my file, they are able to properly treat me. These doctors were not able to properly treat me based off of the notes that I got the notes that were placed in my file when I was in the hospital. So always really pay attention to your file. When you see that doctors are gaslighting you and they're blowing you off, check your files, because there is a bro code where they blow off a person who they feel should not get proper treatment. They took an oath. So their personal opinion and their feelings and their bro code doesn't matter. They swore on oath, and they swear on oath every day when they sign paperwork stating, I swore that I treated the patient correctly. They lied. They did not. So I'm here to call everybody out, and I don't care. They don't have to like me. Just give me proper treatment. I'm not here to be friends with anybody. I'm here to get proper treatment, and that's it. Don't treat me like some cash cow. Don't treat me any old kind of way based off of my insurance. Don't jerk me. Don't you dare. It's unacceptable. You're medical professionals, and you went X amount of years in school, so your writing skills, that's unacceptable. I know you have better writing skills than that. You did everything with a purpose and on purpose. Not on my file, not on my watch, not with my body, and not with my insurance company. You will do right or not have a job, or there just won't be a hospital. How about that? I'll get the whole hospital closed down. With all the fraudulent activity, if it only takes one person. I worked at a bank years ago, and there was a teller who was taking out 3 cents out of everybody's account. And you know, since it's such a small dollar amount, nobody really pays attention to that. There was a little old lady who caught it because she balanced her checkbook every day. And she said, what is this 3 cents? It says teller withdrawal. She went and filed a complaint. It was only just 3 cents. But guess how much this teller made off of stealing 3 cents per customer? $12,500. It all adds up. And so these hospitals and these medical professionals really don't want to go there with me. I am that little old lady who caught every little thing that they did. And all it has to be is when I file a real complaint that there's an audit done. Because with my insurance, they would love to see what was done and how they were taken advantage of, and how their patients, how their customers were mistreated, and how these doctors want to play games. Don't do it. Don't ever do it again. You don't put anything on my file that doesn't belong. You do not administer tests that is not useful for my case, just because. And you do not write nonsense on my file, and there's no passive-aggressive language on my file, and we don't do copy and paste, because every day is a different day. So I know you have something different every day to write. So everyone, just take control of yourself right now. It's just, I don't trust anybody, to be quite honest with you. I trust nobody. I pretend and I play, but At this point, everybody has an ulterior motive to me, and everybody's out to destroy me, and I only have God, and I have to fight the world, basically. I have to fight everybody, and I will do that, because that's what my body is designed to do. I'm equipped for that. My mind is equipped for that, and I can sniff out nonsense every time, and these people think, ooh, she's so gullible. No. And then when they find out how I caught them in that web, and they can't get themselves out, they're looking crazy. But I'm not going to tolerate nonsense, and I will not allow any doctor to jerk me all over the place. We're not doing that. I will get the proper medical care, and when I go to another doctor, just anything, if I go to an urgent care, I better get proper treatment and not get blown off and gaslit ever again. They told me as my face was expanding and I'm not able to breathe, I was having problems breathing, keep taking the medication. Well, everybody knows if it's an allergic reaction, you don't keep taking the medication. You go back to your healthcare facility who administered the medication in the first place. I didn't even have a primary care at that point. I was trying to get established. I didn't even have didn't even have the appointment as of yet, and they wanted me to wait for that appointment as I was having allergic reaction and could have went into anaphylactic shock if I did not, if it wasn't for me, and if it wasn't for me listening to the Lord and listening to my intuition. Nobody can convince me otherwise. I'm not changing anything just because a human said so. I don't trust humans, especially Americans. They always have something up their sleeve. They always want to get paid, and then they start gang stalking me. And it's just pretty sad how I'm noticing people who turned against me, and actually it's a good thing. I'll always do things on the right and then just leave everything behind. So, I miss all of you. Thank you for watching my video. Have a blessed one.